She started her life as a young girl with a troubled childhood, and just when she started getting a break and enjoying a little bit of success, life dealt her a new series of devastating blows that would eventually lead to her death. This is the shocking, untold, tragic life of Raquel Welch, the timeless beauty who captured the hearts of millions with her sultry looks and undeniable talent. Raquel Welch was born Jo Raquel Tejada on September 5, 1940, in Chicago, Illinois. Her parents, Josephine Sarah and Armando Carlos Tejada Urquizo, were both immigrants from Bolivia. From a young age, Raquel was instilled with a strong work ethic and a passion for performing. Her mother was a talented seamstress who instilled a love of fashion in her daughter, while her father worked as an aeronautical engineer. The Tejada family moved frequently when Raquel was young, living in Illinois, Texas, and California before settling in San Diego. It was there that Raquel began to develop her love of dance and acting. She took ballet lessons and performed in a local theater production, honing her craft and preparing for the career that lay ahead. Despite her obvious talent, Raquel faced many obstacles in her early life. As a Latina woman in a predominantly white industry, she struggled to find roles that showcased her abilities. But she refused to let these setbacks hold her back. She continued to work hard and persevere, determined to succeed on her own terms. In 1959, Raquel graduated from La Jolla High School and enrolled at San Diego State College. It was there that she met James Welch, a fellow student whom she would later marry. After graduation, the couple moved to Dallas, where Raquel worked as a model and James pursued a career in advertising. But Raquel's true passion was always acting, and in 1962 she moved to Hollywood to pursue her dream. It wasn't easy. She faced rejection after rejection, struggling to find work, but she refused to give up and eventually landed a small role in the film A House Is Not a Home. It was her next role, however, that would change her life forever. In 1966, Raquel starred in the film 1,000,000 Years BC. She played the lead role of Loana, a prehistoric cave woman, and her stunning beauty and iconic fur bikini made her an instant sensation. The film became a massive box office success, catapulting Raquel to international stardom. Over the next few years, Raquel starred in a series of other hit films, including Fantastic Voyage, Bedazzled, and Bandolero. She became known for her sultry voice, striking beauty, and undeniable talent. She was a trailblazer for Latina actresses, breaking down barriers and paving the way for future generations of women in Hollywood. But Raquel's success wasn't limited to the silver screen. She also released several albums, including Raquel and the Beatles Songbook, showcasing her impressive singing voice and musical talent. She is finally enjoying success, and everything was going great. But unknowing to her, the next phase of her life would be plagued with even more woes than she ever imagined, and it all started with her love story. Raquel's journey of love began when she tied the knot with her high school sweetheart, James Welch. She had known him before amassing fame in the late 1960s. Little did she know that the handsome, charming man she met when she was just 15 years old would play such a significant role in her life. In her 2010 memoir, Raquel, Beyond the Cleavage, the actress recalled the early feelings she had for James when they were young. As fate would have it, their paths crossed while she was sprinting to an American government class, and that's when she first laid eyes on the gorgeous James. His cool demeanor and stunning looks swept Raquel off her feet, and she couldn't help but feel that it was love at first sight. Raquel and James's high school love story was one for the ages. He was on the football team, and she was a cheerleader. He'd pick her up in the morning, and they'd drive to school together. Raquel had always dreamed of a man like James, but their differences were almost impossible to ignore. She loved to chat, but he was the quiet and reserved type. He drank beer. She never touched the stuff, she wrote in her book. Raquel graduated with honors and a college scholarship, while James dropped out of high school and embarked on an adventure to Peru on a tuna clipper. But even as they went their separate ways, their love burned bright, a flame that could never be extinguished. After breaking up for a short while, however, they reignited their passion upon James's return from Peru and decided to take things to the next level. She dropped out of college and the two tied the knot in Las Vegas in 1959. James's family gave the union a blessing, but Raquel's family were less enthusiastic about the match. In the same year, Raquel and James welcomed their first bundle of joy into the world, a son named Damon. The couple had their hands full 2 years later with the arrival of their second child, a beautiful daughter, whom they nicknamed Tani. Raquel was still a teenager, a tender 19-year-old, when she became a mom, which she admitted was a painfully young age that contributed to their eventual split in 1964. Despite their breakup, Raquel famously kept his last name. Undeterred, Raquel continued her search for true love and found it in the form of Patrick Curtis. Together, they embarked on a new chapter of life, only for it to come to an end in due course. Not one to give up, Raquel then fell for Andre Weinfeld, and the two of them took vows to be together forever. But fate still had other plans, and once again, Raquel found herself alone. However, the resilient star wasn't one to be kept down, and she eventually found love once more in the arms of Richard Palmer, who became her fourth and final husband. Well, don't think she was spared this time. They split again. Indeed, Raquel never had it easy with marriage and relationships, yet she kept her head high, staying strong for herself until the next tragedy of her life struck, which would eventually claim her final breath. Raquel was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, also called senile dementia, a disease that progressively destroys one's memory and other important mental functions. It damages and degenerates brain cells and their connections, ultimately wiping one's memory. This was a state Raquel found herself in her later years. According to a death certificate obtained after her death, it was noted that Raquel Welch died of cardiac arrest. The legendary actress breathed her last on February 15th at the age of 82, with her manager saying at the time that Welch passed away peacefully early this morning after a brief illness. The death certificate lists cardiac arrest as the immediate cause of death, though it also notes that Welch was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Welch enjoyed an illustrious 50-year career as an actress, breaking through in 1966 with roles in 1 Million Years BC and Fantastic Voyage. She was an immediate sensation, a tabloid fixture, and an era-defining sex symbol, a label she occasionally embraced but often scrutinized and pushed back on over the course of her career. Her death dealt a huge blow to the entire world of Hollywood and as well to all her fans. She is one legend who one would never wish to die, but it is what it is. If you enjoyed this video, there's a good chance you'll enjoy the one showing on your screen right now. Click enjoy and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.